Good evening, everyone. This is Sudhama, your communication coach. I'm back again with my pep talk. Be spoken and be heard. Pep talk. Yes, that's me with my candid interview. And today we have a very interesting personality who is going to enthrall us with his engaging performance, as well as he's going to give us lots of insights with his talent. And yes, there's so much to learn because that's all about not just about talent, but the struggle, the challenges, and quite so many things that we are going to know. Well, he is Gladson Samuel Peters from Mumbai, and he's, what should I call him? He's multi-talented, or should I call him a multitasker? Because he can play 13 instruments, and he's a songwriter, composer, live performer, a ukulele instrument player, TEDx speaker. Ha, there's so much more, yes. But I don't want to exaggerate or keep you on wait because everybody are waiting for Samuel's performance as well as his insights. So let me welcome Gladson Peter from Mumbai. Hello, Gladson. Welcome to Pep Talk.
Hi, Sudha. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
So, usually all my guests perform with they open the session with their performance. So would you love to start anything?
Amazing.
Like to entertain us with any tunes?
Yes. So this is my favorite instrument. This is called the ukulele. It's Hawaiian based, but so I'm playing this for the past 8 years. So out of all the other instruments which I generally play, this is the one which is stolen my heart. So I'm hoping that I'm going to do something which will steal your heart too. And if you're watching this, I'm sure you guys are watching from all around the world. And yeah, this is an instrument you should pick up. I'm gonna probably do 2 songs if that's all right, or one
That's
now and one later. All right. We just celebrated Independence Day, so let's do the most popular one, which I've actually played on my entire kit of 13 instruments. It's called Vande Mataram. Just a snippet. सारा जहां देख लिया है, कहीं का है तेरे जैसा कोई नहीं, किसी नहीं सो नहीं दुनिया घुमा है, कहीं का है तेरे जैसा कोई नहीं, मैं गया जहां भी बस तेरी याद थी, जो मेरे साथ थी मुझको तड़पाती रुलाती, सबसे प्यारी तेरी सूरत प्यार है बस तेरा प्यार ही, माँ तुझे सलाम, माँ तुझे सलाम, माँ तुझे सलाम, माँ तुझे सलाम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम।
You rocked. I just got a concert feel, you know. What's the next beat you're going to give us?
Oh yeah, sure. So I'm going to do a Bollywood song, which I recently arranged. And a friend of mine introduced to me this song, actually reintroduced it. Okay, this is an old song which it's about 5 years, and it's by an amazing person called Ami Mishra. and this one's called Hasi. So for all you Bollywood fans, this one is something you'll enjoy. Now, why this is very different from the regular versions is because it's an instrumental version.
Okay.
This is not an Indian instrument, but
Uh-huh.
still you try to get in an Indian feel to it.
Okay.
So that's how it's going to be. This is Hasi.
Right.
Thank you.
So electrifying. So how is it different from a guitar?
So it's let's say this is like a cousin of the guitar. So guitar has 6 strings. This has 4 strings.
Okay.
Guitar is very big. This is really pocket friendly. You can carry it anywhere.
Right.
A lot of benefits, or let's say
Right.
positive sides for the ukulele. The best part being a ukulele can be played by anyone, and so I also run an institute which actually is mainly focusing on ukulele,
Okay.
and we specialize in even teaching the instrument in less than 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
so in less than 2 hours you'll be playing like 4 songs.
okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
so
Okay, so that's
yep,
about the cousin of guitar, but let's
yeah,
talk about you. How did your journey started with this one man band? It's a title, the
right,
India's first and one and only
right.
one band man. What is it all about?
So
Yes.
so it basically is a it's it, it's not something I planned to become. It's not something I aimed for, right? I always wanted to be a pastor like my dad, or a cool biker, or like a musician,
Right.
mainly a drummer actually.
Uh-huh.
So I've been playing music since I was say 3 years old,
Okay.
and I started off with like a toy keyboard, then
Uh-huh.
moved on to sticks and spoons and forks,
Oh yeah.
bang them all in the
Yeah.
house,
Right.
annoying everybody. Then keyboard, guitar, flute, harmonica, stuff like that. But everything changed when I was in college. When I was in college, there was something which affected me,
Okay.
and that was basically an illness. It's called pleural effusion,
Okay.
and pleural effusion is the precursor to tuberculosis, which means that it's one of the ways you get into tuberculosis.
Oh.
Now, one of the main reasons it affected me was because of passive smoking,
Mhm.
uh, which is when you do not hold a cigarette, or you do not smoke yourself, but it's because of the surrounding and everything.
Okay.
So it kind of went into me when I was in college. I used to also work in a call center, and
Okay.
things took a different turn. I lost about 60% of my lungs
Oh.
when the doctors told me that I won't be able to play even a simple flute.
Okay.
Um, in 2016, 2015 December,
Uh-huh.
things changed. I was praying and I was like, God, I want to do something new in 2016. And I used to already be playing about 30 to 35 musical instruments. And God showed me something which I had drawn in back when I was in school at a
Right.
camp, which actually was like a dream of me, or a person. I want to become like a person who plays a lot of musical instruments.
Okay.
So God kind of reminded to me in a dream,
Right.
and he was like, "How about you take all the musical instruments together and play them?" I was like, "Wow, that's like a joke because Mickey Mouse does it." Have you seen the Mickey Mouse who does it?
Oh no, I don't remember.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just only remember your videos. You play. I don't know what's
so
happening with Mickey Mouse.
so that's what happened, and although I was like, is this even possible? But sometimes that it's your calling. This is what you're supposed to do.
Right.
And like in 2016 February, we put a couple of instruments together. We
Uh-huh.
had 13 musical instruments together, and
Okay.
sooner, when I was researching and stuff like that, I got to know that very, very few handful people in the
Yeah.
world actually do this.
Okay.
And then it happens to be me in India.
Right.
So that's how I became the first and only one-man band in India.
Oh, that's a journey.
Yeah.
That's absolutely means like there are like you had a moment of crashing world, but again you raised
Absolutely.
up. You had
Yeah.
your call. Like maybe it's from Almighty or your some inner self. You
Right.
pushed yourself to an extent that you are India's one and only one band man. Right.
Absolutely.
Right. Awesome. So this, how about this instrument? Like you have a whole assemble. I've seen
Yeah.
you. Can you show it on your screen for our
Yeah.
viewers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just 1 minute. Okay. I think it says only the host can share.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I need to make. Let's post here. Okay. Whoa. So viewers, that's Gladson with his whole 13. Are there 13 instruments in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so though that particular assemble unit is what he's going to talk about now. Yeah, so here is your question. So talk about this instrumental assemble, like how many instruments you have, how much that does weigh, it
Yeah.
looks so
So
heavy.
starting from the top, okay, and then
Right.
we go to the bottom.
Okay.
Right on the top, which where my face
Uh-huh.
is where usually there are two harmonicas,
Mm-hmm.
or mouth organs, as you call it, whatever is
Yeah.
convenient.
Right.
And one is a diatonic harmonica. Then
Okay.
there's a chromatic harmonica. Then
Mm-hmm.
there's an instrument called the kazoo.
Kazoo.
Then there's an instrument. Then there's an instrument called the slide whistle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to lose count. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Uh, okay, and then going below, the current design which people actually see does not have the full set, but the original one has a guitar,
Okay.
and then on the guitar there's a ukulele.
6,
Below the guitar there's a melodica.
7,
uh, on the right side of the guitar there's a harp.
8,
um, and then going back on my back, I have a bass drum.
9,
Then there's a snare drum.
10,
There's a hi-hat cymbal.
11,
Then there's a crash cymbal.
12.
And then on my feet there's a gungru.
Okay, 13.
Yes. And uh, right in the middle of all of these instruments there are 2 or 3 tambourines and some other percussion instruments which are just fit wherever it
Okay, so
can sit.
14,
So
15, 16.
yeah.
But tell me how much they weigh. Like, I see you like an astronaut walking with all that setup in your video. So I was like, quite, you know,
Right.
uh, anxious to know how much they weigh.
So there are 3 designs. The first design we built was made out of stainless steel, which was 25 kilos.
Okay.
Second design which we made was out of wood. The frame was
Uh-huh.
out of wood, and that was a little bigger. That was about 27, 28 kilos.
Okay.
And the third design which I currently use
Mm-hmm.
is about 15 kilos raw, and with all the additional equipment, right? Like your mic systems and stuff like that, because it's a
Right.
very advanced system.
Right.
It's about 18 kilos.
Whoa. So
Yeah,
there's quite some creative engineering happening all over you, right?
absolutely,
With your
absolutely.
instruments.
Yeah.
So the idea you got, okay, I have to set some one unit, but who helped you with this, setting up the idea?
So I love this question because this is not a question which everybody asks.
Right.
So this is completely home built, which means that
Oh, okay.
it's basically me, my entire family, both my brothers, my parents. But most
Awesome.
importantly, I had two important friends. Okay, one is
Okay.
his name is Manikandan.
Uh-huh.
He's actually just a welder. Okay,
Okay.
he works on the ships and rigs,
Right.
and he welds. And when he was home, I met him over here,
Uh-huh.
and he's the main engineer to this. He's not an engineer, but he's an engineer to this. And the other design portion was done with another friend of mine who's
Mhm.
actually an interior designer. He
Okay.
does home decor and stuff like that, but he's one of my
Awesome.
best friends.
Right.
So it's, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 of us mainly who's involved to build
So
this.
that the whole blueprint of your music, your journey is all based on that assemble and your
Yes.
family.
Yeah,
Kudos to all
absolutely.
of them. Awesome, Jill.
Absolutely.
Awesome, awesome.
Yes. Yes.
So when was your first performance with this whole assemble? Or as
Um,
a drummer?
as a drummer,
Yeah.
I don't really remember. It's probably sometime in my church, because
Okay.
growing up in the church life, it's like you're always introduced to being in
Right.
the choir and stuff like that.
Right.
So I might not have a clear memory of
Mm-hmm.
when I performed as a drummer,
Okay.
or probably if I still try to pick out one instance, it would be probably my college festival
Okay. No, I'm
as a
talking
drummer.
about this whole assemble. With this whole assemble in your live performance, first live performance.
First live performance, probably February 23rd of 2016 at India's Got Talent
Huh.
um auditions.
Right. So you're very confident that you're going to rock in that talent show, I guess, with so many people behind you and the Almighty.
Yeah,
Everything might be rocking for you then.
yeah. I mean, but I've been in all of these kind of platforms, and it's kind of
Right.
not the place for me.
Right.
But that just answers the question as to when was your first ever performance. That
Right.
was right over there, because we finished building the instruments on the
Hmm.
same day at 6
Wow.
a.m. and
Okay.
at around 9 a.m. I was already performing.
Okay. So you're pretty
Yeah.
sure this is going to be a great journey because you just made it and you started performing on it.
It's strange, right? Because no
Right.
one performs anything unless they don't practice for
Right.
several months.
Absolutely.
So I always hold that as a testimony, saying that it's a God-given talent, and
Right.
you always need to trust God in every situation.
Right.
Perhaps the first song that I sang was Vande Mataram,
Okay.
in Hindi, because I mostly have been performing only in English.
Okay.
And the first Hindi song I ever performed outside was Vande Mataram.
Okay.
That too because I kind of remembered the lyrics because of a different situation altogether.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I just went there and I was like, God, I really don't know if this is going to work, but now here I am. Let's see.
Absolutely. And here you are, and we are talking to you with such a great talented person. Well, Gladson, I just wanted to know, like, you are also performing on your ukulele. When did this happen, like live performance? Because I want to know your first live performance tune on that instrument. You
Oh,
can
on the
play for us.
ukulele?
Yes, yes.
On the ukulele, of course, I remember. I picked up the ukulele 8 years ago when I was in college.
Okay.
That's probably one of the first times the ukulele actually entered the Indian market,
Okay.
and I saw it at a store, nearby store, and I was like, "This looks very different." It was red in color. I'm not sure if I
Right.
have a red ukulele. I don't have it,
Okay.
but yes, I saw it and I was like, this instrument looks very unlike the guitar. I didn't know what it was. I never
Right.
knew the name, but I somehow got it, went and researched and tried to find out more about this instrument.
Right.
That's when I learned this song. So
Okay.
this is a instrument where everybody learns 3 or 4 chords first, and this is a chord and this is a
Okay.
chord, and it's very easy. Okay.
Okay.
Even now when we teach this.
Okay.
It's like if you want to do like, well, you done me and I bet I felt it. try to be hard. It's very simple, okay?
Yes,
But the
yes.
first song that I learned and played and performed on this instrument is something I'm playing now. It's a song by George Harrison from the Beatles band, and this one's called "While My Guitar Gently Weeps." So this is
Okay.
a very complicated tune. Um, it's arranged by Jake Shimabukuro. He's one of the world's leading ukulele players.
Okay.
So this is his arrangement. Just playing it. Oh,
That's fine.
I think
That's
my
fine.
backdrop. Let me just pull it down.
That's cool. It's okay. Go.
Yeah, I kind of had to fix this, and
No
that's
problem.
kind of what took time. Okay, cool. We still
Yes.
have
Go
a
ahead.
background. All right. Yep. So that's kind of the first tune I learned on the ukulele.
Beautiful. You have enchanted the whole show actually with this. I mean, it's so beautiful. I wish I
Thank you.
can. No, I was wondering, like, with that instrument, I tried my hand learning guitar as well as
Mm-hmm.
singing. I always, it's very challenging for me. I can't sing when I string. I can't
Right.
string when how do you do this? It's so multitasking with so many instruments. My goodness. It's like
Yeah.
you are like blessed,
Yeah.
absolutely blessed.
Thank you.
Beautiful. So
Yeah.
I read somewhere you mentioning that National Streets for Performing Arts. What is this
Right.
about?
So that's one of the main organizations that I must thank
Okay.
because Right during my college and after my college, this was one organization. It's an NGO I used to work with,
Okay.
and we were all about 100 to 120 artists who used to
Okay.
promote and sing independent music and not
Okay.
Bollywood music, because Bollywood
Okay.
music is already available in radio, in TV, in
Mm-hmm.
cinema, everywhere.
Okay.
And NSPA was one of the platforms which helped me to go and perform on the streets. And with NSPA,
Hmm.
I've performed in all the metro stations in Mumbai,
Okay.
all the parks, most of the railway stations. It's just like you just go there, you
Right.
start performing, a lot of people come in, listen to
Yes.
you,
Right.
they are happy, you are happy as an artist, and that's it. It's very amazing. And yeah, that's one of the organizations I must really thank,
Right.
because it gave me a lot of confidence, a lot of new people to meet. And yeah,
So
that's about natural seeds for performing arts.
beautiful. That's like we happen to see. I've seen some people performing in Delhi Metro, harmonica, and people
Right.
crowd there. Art is happiness. You spread
Absolutely.
happiness.
Absolutely.
Absolutely paisa vasool. Like you don't even invest. It's so
Correct.
happy to see someone performing so
Yes.
soulfully.
Yes.
Um, and you just mentioned that your organization has given you a greater, avenues for you to perform. Like you also been part of different popular TV shows, and on radio you performed. How about your international events? Anything on that?
So
Any memorable events?
absolutely. I've been to a country I've never thought would be a country which would be on my list. I've been to China. I
Okay,
was in China for like a year and a half. I performed there every
okay,
single day.
okay,
Then I've been to Dubai, Hong Kong, Macau.
okay,
And yeah, these are the kind of countries I've been to perform. And it's absolutely amazing, especially China.
okay.
The best.
How about you representing India on any
Yeah.
of, yeah, as
Yeah. So
yeah,
in China and Dubai, it was a very auspicious event. Actually, in China, it was more like I was able to do a lot of independent Indian music.
right,
And in Dubai, mm, it was for the Metro Music Festival, if I'm not wrong.
okay,
Yes, it was for the Dubai Metro Music Festival, and only 25 people from around the world were invited. So I was
okay.
one of them. So the other one was probably, yeah, the other one was Suleiman, who's a IGT season 6 winner.
Okay,
Yeah, so,
right. So that's quite memorable, I guess.
yeah, absolutely.
Let's come down to social distancing now. I hope your shows have been, postponed or cancelled. How do you still entertain your audience?
So
How do you
we
connect?
have, so we've been actively doing a lot of Zoom
Oh,
shows online. So just like how you and I are speaking, we've
yeah.
been doing a lot of Zoom events,
Mhm.
mostly for corporates and
Huh?
other places. But apart from that, yes, I do miss performing live in front of
Yes,
an audience.
of course.
Now all you see is comments, if it's a Zoom,
Right,
comments if it's a live stream.
right.
But yeah, you miss hearing all the cheers and all
Yes,
that.
I know the hoots, the cheers, the
Absolutely.
whistles. The
Yeah,
live
absolutely.
performance, nothing can replace that, I guess.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Still, we are sustaining, still, we are going. We have to, right?
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
YouTube things you would love to, like, where can we reach you if somebody wants to have, book your
Yeah.
shows? How
So
do
it's
we reach
very
you?
it's very very easy.
Uh-huh.
If people forget my name, Gladson Peter, you can just search for One Man Band India.
Right,
And yeah, like all my socials are the same. It's
right.
One Man Band India itself. So Instagram, YouTube, Twitter,
Okay.
Facebook, yeah, literally everything is the same. One Man Band India. So you can just go and Google it. You'll find
Okay.
everything.
Before our viewers forget what are we discussing on, I just want to address them something. Hey
Right.
everyone, that's Gladson who has started on a awesome performing opening with his different tunes with ukulele, and he's talking about the whole ensemble, and he's going to wait for us right now. Gladson, would you love to say hi to our viewers once again?
Hey everyone, how's it going? Hope you guys are doing well.
They will
Yeah,
be after listening to your beautiful stringing. Awesome it is.
thank you.
Okay, so is it true? I just read somewhere that you can learn any instrument within an hour. How true is it?
Yeah. Uh, uh, so I did have a speculation as to I wasn't sure if I should say an R, but
Okay,
then I was very confident of it because
right,
so it's like I said, it's a God-given talent, and
right,
if I see a new instrument or if someone gives me a new instrument,
right,
uh, I don't know
right,
how this happens really, but yeah, it's just
right,
that I hold it and I start to understand how it works. If I've seen someone play it before, it's a lot more easier.
right.
But even if not, I would say it's a God-given talent, and just
Wow.
it just
So
works.
any tips to aspiring artists who want to get into certain, they have certain passion, but they don't know how to take it to the next level, anything for
Right.
them, any tips for them?
Like if you're just starting out, and if you see yourself as just someone who's just got into the performing stream,
Hmm.
always understand that it takes 1,000 hours to actually get better at what you do. So if you
Right,
haven't done 1,000 hours of the same thing over and over again, you can't
right,
really expect for people to pay you directly or to appreciate you,
right.
or when you just say like, share, and subscribe, it doesn't mean anything if your content is not really, um,
True, true.
it'll actually speak for itself. If your content is good, that means if you've practiced well and if you're
Ah,
performing it well,
right.
even without saying like, share, and subscribe, they'll come and
Obvious.
uh, you know uh, do all of that thing.
Right,
But the main thing is, you got to keep grinding, you got to keep performing and practicing over and over
right,
again. If you just want to do it as a hobby, you can still do it, but
right.
as an artist, it's very difficult, at least in our country. It might be
Okay,
better in different other countries,
right.
but yes, for us, you got to keep the grind, and social media is very, very important.
Yes, true.
um, when don't practice, don't post what you practice,
Mhm.
but post what you've already done.
Done. Right.
Yeah, I think that's one of the essential keys, but keeping just posting regularly is one of the main keys. So
Okay.
everyone who's into any kind of art, who's
Hmm.
aspiring to get better and better, just keep doing that. We're all in the same boat.
Right. So
Yeah.
it's hard work, commitment, dedication, and would you love to add one more word?
And yeah, I think these are the key things. If I
Right.
just use another synonym, it's like
Mhm.
persistence,
Yes.
and all that kind of stuff. But it all means the same thing
Yes. True.
right
True.
now. Like, just got to do it.
Right. Ultimately, it's passion that should drive
Yeah,
us. Right.
yeah, yeah. And not money,
Yes. People
not
get
money or
driven by
fame, but
money, and
passion.
yeah. So instant gratifications for that doesn't work, I guess.
Doesn't work. Doesn't work. It might work for someone, but it's like, I always say that it's better to go slow and climb up than
Right.
just hit the best thing
Right.
on top and then you're like, now
What
what?
next?
Yeah,
Ha.
what next?
True.
You
True.
don't want that happening.
Right.
So you rather just climb slow.
Yeah.
People will be in your journey. Like,
Right.
they'll be with you in your journey. So
Right.
yeah, that's
Our
the thing.
viewers are right now with us. I can sense, I can't see their comments, but I can definitely sense that they are
Right.
watching us and listening to you and taking lots of inputs about life, music, challenge, and consistency of videos and efforts.
Yeah.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
Gladys. Wonderful
Absolutely.
sharings. So this was all about you, right from a child banging with spoons and annoying people to a challenge, a medical condition, then going
Right.
making your own assemble, performing live in other countries, making great name for the country. Wow, beautiful. Now here comes a rapid question round. So are you ready for it?
Absolutely.
Oh, great. So if you aren't playing any of these instruments, what would you be doing?
I'd be a biker.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I would be a biker, hardcore biker for sure.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And I guess even that also you will expertise and do something with it.
Oh, so I have this thing. I've always wanted to be like a motocross biker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, so, how is your typical day? Like, what's your routine?
I don't have a typical routine as such. because it's a very creative space to be in.
Mhm.
I like to keep things a little organized now because I'm handling my own business. In the sense, we have a music school which we run, so I try to keep that a little on point. But yeah, just wake up, do your quiet time, and then get by the day. Um, Try to be creative as much as possible. Uh,
Right,
and even if not, it's completely fine because
right,
uh, to be creative can be exhausting.
right,
So you take
absolutely.
breaks, you do other things.
Right.
I like to go on rides. I take my
Mhm.
bike out and come. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I love to keep talking to people. So
Okay.
I love meeting new people and stuff like that. But as of now, if you ask me during lockdown,
Yes.
it's more like we're trying to record a lot of videos
Okay.
and make content
Right.
for everyone, yeah, to enjoy.
Awesome. So somehow it's a creative day overall for you. It should be
Yeah,
within your own pace. You go and you enjoy your day,
pretty much,
right?
pretty much.
Music, biking, wow, something that
Yeah,
I can connect. So,
absolutely.
what's that one element that drives you to live up to that? The title you have. Do you have any message to give from your title? Like,
Uh, I understand that it has a lot of value. Being the only one,
hmm
I understand that this is going to go down history.
right.
Um, I remember I remember the first time I flipped when I got to know that in a school
Mm-hmm.
they actually used me in their syllabus. I was like, oh my god, what is
Oh my
happening?
God.
So that was like performance pressure happening. It's like, uh, wow, now you have something to keep holding up to.
Right.
But um, like in the end of the day, everyone is a person. Everyone is a
Right.
human being.
Absolutely.
You can't just be the best every
Uh-huh.
time, but you can always strive and give it your best shot.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's that's no doubt that you are one man band, but
yeah.
the message behind your reason is I really loved it.
Thank you.
Right. So, any singer you admire?
I don't have a singer who I admire. I think I would say Freddie Mercury, of course.
Okay.
But more than that, there's a musician I admire who is Jake Shimabukuro, who's
Okay.
the guy behind the ukulele.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
We pretty enjoyed his tunes through you. One song you
absolutely.
always feel inspired to listen and then go string it. Any one song?
Um, um, One song. Uh, I think there's a song. So there's a song called "God Will Make a Way."
Uh-huh.
It says God will make a way where there seems to be no way. He
Okay.
works in ways you cannot see, but he will make a way for you. Yeah,
Beautiful. You should definitely share this in my private message. I would love
definitely,
to listen to
definitely,
that. Yeah.
absolutely.
And how do you want the world to remember you?
How do I want the world to remember me? This is something which um, I, I think could keep changing between, as you keep growing, you are like, okay, that's not how I want the world to remember me.
Right.
Then you keep growing and then like, oh, that's not how you.
Okay.
As of now, I really like how we all remember Michael Jackson. I know that must be too far-fetched, but yeah, that's a greatest musician, right? Like something like that.
Okay.
And probably more like a kind person, something like that. I'm a simple guy like
I would take that last one, simple guy, because it's easy for us to connect with you on those notes.
that. Yeah.
So, you are like epitome of many things that you mentioned. I want to beat my older version. I want to be the better one. Someone like a Michael Jackson. And I guess all over from your journey, what I found was like 10% of life and 80% is your reaction to it. You took
Right.
something and you went ahead with it. So here comes a rhetorical question for you. So
Okay.
basing something on that, if you're stranded in an island, how do you see that situation? How do you wish to survive there?
Oh, you want me to answer it, or is it
Yes,
going to
yes,
stay
I want you
rhetorical?
to answer this. It's very rhetorical. Most of my guests give this in their own understanding. They
Okay.
explain it how they want to live in such a situation? So that's the question for you.
I probably wouldn't want to escape the island. I'll probably just stay there and yeah, live my life there only. Just I've actually gone and watched some videos of. I know people have done it.
Right.
They've got stuck on
Uh,
an island and like for 3 months. Of
right.
course, it's got crazy and
Yes.
it's made them crazy, but yeah, something which I would love to do.
Okay. So
Scary indeed.
what would you wish to have with you when you are stranded in an island?
Wish to have with me. Let's say, should I be very materialistic or very
No
stupid and say
material.
Wi-Fi?
You have only one wish, and you have to get it. What is that one
Wi-Fi.
wish?
So internet.
Oh, okay. Then you definitely don't want to come out of that.
Yeah.
Right. Beautiful.
Yeah.
So we're almost to the end of our pep talk. I've been really
Right.
enjoying listening to all your tunes, your insights. I hope my viewers are also having good time. Good evening, actually,
Absolutely.
with all your
Absolutely.
mesmerizing tunes and your journey. So, any
Right.
comments on pep talk? How did you enjoy?
Sorry.
Any comments on pep talk? How did you enjoy? Any suggestions?
Absolutely. I think this is one of the real, what do you say, very not so scripted, just going with the flow. Really good time. So yeah, big thanks to you for
Right.
hosting me. Really looking forward to seeing who else is on the show.
Okay.
So now that we are connected, I'm just gonna keep watching every Friday you have the talk, right?
It's usually on weekends, like Saturday, sometimes on weekdays. See,
Okay,
the weather, depending upon the weather and the
I get
signals.
it.
Right now is the such scenario is going on.
Got
So
it. Got it. So now
today,
that we're connected, I'll be looking forward to seeing who else is there. And yeah,
sure, sure.
absolutely. Great being on the show.
Thank you. So any last one performance so that we all will remember you in
Sure,
the talk.
sure. This is a song called It's Cool. I wrote this a couple of years back. I usually don't perform my originals so easily, like not too frequently, I would say. Not
Okay.
easily. Not too frequently, but this is a song I perform every single time. It's a
Okay.
song which says, "It's cool, we live life anyway." Okay.
Okay.
I wrote this when I thought life was just going horrible for me,
Uh,
and I was like, "It's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. We live life anyway." So it's like it basically talks about us having ups and downs in our lives, but it's cool. We live life anyway. All right.
life is a roller coaster.
Yes, absolutely. So this is what the song sounds like. Yesterday, it didn't feel like it made my day. I spilled the coffee over on my face, so I went to the bed. Yesterday, it didn't feel like it made my day. I spilled coffee over on my bed, so I went to bed. And it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, and it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, and it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. We live life anyway, and it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, and it's cool. It's cool, it's cool, it's cool, and it's cool. It's cool, it's cool, it's cool. We live life anywhere, and I'm cycling to the bay. I met a cop on the way. He's chopped me by the side of the road and us. तुझं नाव काय रे? तुझं नाव काय रे? Is like, the cop stops
I know,
and
I
he's
know.
like,
I
"Hey, what's
understand
your name?"
Marathi.
Yeah,
तुझे नाव
right.
काय रे?
And I'm cycling to the bay. I met a cop on the way. He's chopped me by the side of the road and asked, "तुझं नाव काय रे?" And it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, and it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, and it's cool, it's cool, it's It's cool, it's cool. We live life anyway. Thank you.
Woohoo! Awesome. We're glad that we met Gladson through
Thank you.
Peptalk, I guess. Yes, thank you, Gladson, for being in Peptalk, and I'm looking forward for many more shows from you. I wish to attend one of your concerts if possible, if life brings us to that position.
Absolutely.
Catch up with you, right?
Yes.
Thank you, Gladson, for being with Peptalk. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Sudha. Thank you. Bye.
Yes, people, that was Gladson Samuel Peter from Mumbai, a hardcore Mumbaiker to just now Kaire. Yes, that's the last performance that he has given. Cool, cool, cool. Such a cool and mesmerizing music. And let's not forget about his story. That's such, inspiring. Well, I felt very happy meeting him and knowing about him. And I'll be back again with this happiness, with art and music, with yet another interesting personality from a musical background. Yes, till then, keep watching, and hey, don't forget to sign some thumbs ups because we are watching you. We just want to know that you are enjoying our shows, right? So I'll be back again sometime later with yet another interesting pep talk session. Bye bye, everyone. Have a great evening.